And are you refreshed?
Yes.
Good. Now what?
So, time for some fun. Back in Chicago, when you visited in June, I had an experience. My wife and I were sitting in the back, and as I focused on you, there was a greenish glow that surrounded you. And then that greenish glow started to form in front of your face, and shadows started to form. And then those shadows turned to different faces, old men, seemed to be Egyptian priestesses, otherworldly beings. And it was really interesting. But the most interesting, there was this one face that seemed to stay most, and if it went away, it would come back. And when that face was over you, your body movements made perfect sense. It's like that masculine entity was coming through. So I was just wondering if there's anything to comment on that.
Well, since we are energy, and we are, as Esther stands here, you see Esther, but we are energy. What anyone sees is an interpretation of that energy. As you listen to the words that are coming, we want to remind you that we are not whispering words in sentences in Esther's ear and then she is merely repeating them. We are offering blocks of thought at a vibrational level that Esther is from inside the vortex rendezvousing with, where the physical word equivalent then occurs to her. So she is translating the energy that we are streaming verbally. You were translating the energy that we were streaming visually. So it would be, for this explanation to be fully satisfying to you, you would have to know what the questions that were active within you at that time were. In other words, we can see how if you were wondering what this is all about, wondering who Abraham is, wondering if Abraham is authentic, wondering if where the energy is coming from, wondering if there is more than one. In other words, different people see different things. Esther is not delighted that it was green. You get the sense of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Esther early on and Jerry had some experiences where they, when we first began interacting with them, we encouraged them to play with us in whatever way they could think of in order to get a sense of who we are. And one of the things that Esther used to like to do is get into alignment and look in the mirror, and she would see those passing faces also. And what we explained to her is that they were a representation of teachers that had been significant to Esther. And so it is that sort of thing that is taking place. But it is your rendezvousing with the energy and your interpretation of it that equals the experience that you have. Do any of you see aura? The conditions of this room are never at optimum because of the curtain. But do you see energy around Esther? So we call it energy leakage. In other words, everyone has energy. Jerry and Esther have a friend who lives in Chicago who sees energy very well, has for many years. And she likes to sit in the back of the room because she likes to watch the energy dance, not just around Abraham, but around all of you. She likes to watch you light up and you light up and you light up and you light up. She likes to see the room light up when a new acknowledgement happens and so forth. You are all extensions of energy, and it is to the degree that you are open to the energy and allowing it to flow, then there's more energy to be translated, and therefore it is more logical to be able to see it. Esther can sometimes even see auras behind people who are on television if they are really tuned in and not merely reading the teleprompter. In other words, you have to be feeling it. You have to be in sync with what you're saying. You have to be a vibrational match to what's going on. And Esther often appreciates the fact that for her there is never a teleprompter. It's just energy flowing through. So we'll goose it up just a little bit. If you don't see anything, it only means you're evil. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, except that you are not in the vantage place of interpreting it. And it may mean that you are more like Esther than like our friend here, where you translate more auditorily than you do visually. So in any case, don't let it bother you. So we'll goose it up just a little bit. And if you see something, let us hear about it. Please tell Esther it isn't green. Nothing wrong with green, we're just kidding.
Okay.
Something there to see? So now a little more. And now we will give you the definition of the crowd that hangs around with us. Maybe you'll be able to see individual energies. If you're wearing glasses and not seeing, take them off. Your glasses cause you to focus, and when you take them off, you'll be able to see. A little more. Still there as Esther walks away? Energy.
Last question. Our daughter Abby, she's going to turn 8 in February. She's read all the Sarah books, and she calls her inner voice glitter. So I think it'd be nice, or she'd be thrilled to get a little message from Abraham.
We'll send it to her directly. And when she tells you, you will know.
Thank you.
We're having a lot of fun, yes? On the aisle here, we're reaching beyond where we were before. Stand if you think it is you. Further back, you are the one. Yes, yes.